Jays fans, I apologize for being MIA over the last little bit over the weekend. Obviously, I let you guys know that I would be away for the weekend. I was probably going to be able to get videos out to you guys, but unfortunately that could not happen. But we're here to break down these games, and we'll get right back into the groove again starting tonight against the O's. Don't you worry about that. So let's go back to Friday night's game, where the Jays lost 6-5 in 10 innings to the Minnesota Twins. Again, I don't have the really incredible details like I usually do for these games. Obviously, being at the cottage, didn't get a chance to watch these games, so I'm going off of a lot of the stats, a lot of the highlights I saw, and whatnot. But right out of the gate, Jose Barrios, yet again, has another rough road start. And he had 5 earned runs over the 3 2/3. I think he allowed 6 hits and walked a couple of guys. That's not Jose Barrios, man. And it's weird. We really thought he was getting into the groove again, right? His July numbers were really nice, albeit the competition not very good, but he did what he needed to do. And then today, on Friday against his former team in Minnesota, didn't pitch very well. However, the offense did find a way to crawl back. It was a 5-1 ball game. And then the Jays started crawling back, right? You get Vladdy with the 2-run bomb and make it 5-4. And then in the top of the 9th inning, you have Raimel Tapia hitting an RBI single, tying the game at 5. And you go to the top of the 10th, and you have the bases loaded and 1 out. How many times have we talked about before how you have to get somebody in with guys at third and less than 2 out? Especially when you're the road team in extra innings. They get nothing. And then you get walked off in the bottom half of the 10th. Jays lose game 2 of the series, 6-5 in Minnesota. Game 3 on Saturday, it was just not pretty. Mitch White got the start. Again, didn't get a chance to watch the whole game, so you guys can let me know what you thought of Mitch White in his Blue Jay debut. The offense wasn't great. They only had 7 hits over the 9 innings. They scored only the 3 runs. Bo Bichette had a couple hits, a couple RBIs in the game, so he had a nice day. Tim Meza came after Mitch White and really struggled in 2/3 an inning, 3 hits and 2 runs. Haven't seen that a lot from Tim Meza lately, but a really rough one for him there when you needed zeros, but you didn't get it. And that was really all I got from that game. If you guys want to touch on any more that happened in that game 3 of that series against Minnesota, let me know. And at this point, the Jays are down 2-1 in that set. So you're looking to split the series at the very least in the finale yesterday. We'll talk about everything when it comes to that, because I've seen a little bit more details about that stuff. First things first, you won in 3-2 in 10 innings. We'll leave it at that for now. Kevin Gausman was remarkable again. After that incredible outing in his last start, where he had the no-hitter going for a while. Yesterday he went 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, no runs, didn't walk a guy, struck out 5, was remarkable. Absolutely upset. And the Jays had a 2-0 lead for the majority of this ball game. Then they get a couple of runs, right? And you look at how they score that final run as Carlos Correa gets hit by a pitch by Romano in the 9th. The last thing you want to do is have a guy reach base to lead off the 9th inning, only up by 1, on the road. Like, there's so many variables you can look at. They end up scoring 1, tying it, and then we go to the 10th. And this is where things got real interesting there in Minnesota. Whit Merrifield starts at second base. Espinal leads off. Flies ball to center field. Buxton lines up. Merrifield's got great speed. He tests him. He head first slide. He's safe. They review it. He's definitely safe. And then you got a guy at third with less than 2 out. Kevin Biggio now at the dish. And he lifts a fly ball to left field. Not very deep. Tim Beckham there in left. Merrifield, though, tags up. Boogie's home. The tag, the throw, he's out. Hold on. Merrifield's talking to the umpire. John Schneider's looking in to see if they need to review this. They go to the review, and everybody's thinking, okay, well, yes, he blocked the plate, but he had the ball. But then there's a next rule of like, well, you got to give a guy the lane to slide. And then there's the, I don't know. Once he has the ball, he can block the plate. And it's just all kinds of crazy rules. And they come back and they say it has been overturned. The runner is safe at the plate. The Jays have a 3-2 lead. and Rocco Baldelli loses his marbles. Again, do I know the rule book like the back of my hand? No. Do I know that the catcher needs to give the runner until he has the ball a lane to the plate? Yes. Did he give him that? No, he did not. Look, I will tell you this. As a baseball fan, people can agree to disagree. People can agree. Some people just will flat out disagree. That's fine. But the fact that they reviewed it after the initial call was out, they went upstairs, it took a little bit, and they overturned the call. How many times have we heard, well, it has to be concrete evidence to overturn the play? Well, there must have been concrete evidence from New York. And if people are like, well, bias New York. Well, you think New York wants Toronto to win? Probably not. But you look at that scenario, there must have been something. You hear Dan Shulman reading the rule book saying, well, if the catcher does not have the ball, he has to give the player a lane to the plate. And if you look at Gary Sanchez, while he does not have the ball, he doesn't give Merrifield much of a chance there. So it's a very small, it's a very, very tight play. It could go either way. But evidently with the Jays' way, and, I will not complain. But then this is where I have a problem with the Blue Jays themselves. Gurriel doubles, right? Hey, 2-out double, hey, it's good stuff. Maybe keep this thing rolling a little bit. And then a ball gets hit. A nice play. I can't remember who it was that hit it into the shift between second and first. Great play by the first baseman covering because they had him heavy shifted. And I thought he was going to fire onto first base. He does not. But Gurriel must have thought that as well. And he gets halfway around third and stops. And that's the problem right there. I don't have a problem if he wants to be over-aggressive and just say screw it and take off to the plate. And you get thrown out by a mile, you get thrown out by a mile, you're stupid. But he then gets caught. He gets halfway and is like, oh God, what do I do? In that situation, now again, I could be wrong. You guys can agree with me, you can disagree. It doesn't matter. From my brain, when the ball is hit like that, you got to watch that third base coach, for one thing. He'll probably tell you, keep an eye on the ball, keep an eye on the ball. Something like that. So you round third base, you touch third, you know what the coach is telling you, you take a look. And if the guy is on the ground, take a few more steps, right? Don't go crazy. Take a few more. Once he fires that ball to first, then maybe you take off. Because that ball, he's on his belly. So that ball is not going to have much zip on it to first. Might have some loop to it. So you might have some time there. But instead, Gurriel came around third and boogied halfway and stopped. And they caught him. And that's the end of the inning. And I'm like, that's a ball breaker. You could have really lost this game here. But alas, you go to the bottom of the 10th. You have the lead now. So it's okay. Max Kepler, base running error. They have a guy at second, nobody out, as we all know, to start extra innings. They hit a fly ball to the gap. I don't know if it's deep enough. Max Kepler, I believe, has pretty good speed. He was halfway. And I'm like, on any play, man, you got to get your rear on that second base and tag up, because look what Merrifield did. Both of those balls from SB and Biggio were not very deep, but he put his head down and boogied, and, controversially, but made it in safely both times. He did not, and it paid dividends because it cost the Minnesota Twins the game, and the Blue Jays won it 3-2. Crazy game there yesterday, and you split the series. I believe the Jays are now, 12 games over? 13. Either way, they're in that realm. And now they head to Camden Yards. I believe they're wrapping up the road trip at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. And the Orioles have been playing some pretty damn good baseball. Albeit they just lost 8-1 to the Pirates yesterday, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. They're 4 games over 500. They're 56 and 52. They are tied with the Guardians right now. Like 2 games out of a playoff spot. It's remarkable what that team is doing right now. But the Jays got to go in there and give them a little wake-up call like, hey, there's a reason you're not in the playoffs right now. And they have to do so. All right? You have Kikuchi, Manoah, Barrios. That is a pitching match. Those are the pitchers for the Blue Jays this upcoming set. Starts tonight, 7:05. Jordan Lyles gets the ball for the Orioles. It's a 7:05 first pitch against Yusei Kikuchi. Game 2, Alek Manoah, Kyle Bradish. 7:05 at Camden Yards. Again, these are winnable ball games. Then, Barrios. Roach start. But damn it, Jose, we know he can do it. But he's just got to show us, man. Because I don't want coming down the stretch for them to like skip a start for this guy or skip this just to give Barrios a home start. Like, that's just going to make me go insane. But Jose Barrios versus Dean Kramer, that is the finale. On, what day is that? Wednesday night, it's a 7:05 first pitch there. Out of these 3 games, they at the very, very least need 2 games. And I think they're going to say, well, they're not the old Orioles. You can't expect that. No, I'm not saying that. But the Jays are the playoff team. The Orioles right now are not the playoff team. The Jays should go in there with 1 game being your ace in Alek Manoah on the hill. Jordan Lyles in the ERA 4.5. That Kyle Bradish is 6.5. Now, Dean Kramer's been putting a pretty good year together, just out 3.5 ERA. The Jays offense, the Jays team should be able to put up some runs. But you look at Kikuchi, you look at Barrios, you look at Manoah. You threw up a lot of zeros. Early on, you give this offense a chance early, they will find a way. Look what Kevin Gausman did yesterday. The Jays got up to a 2-0 lead, and then he cruised. So the starting pitching is going to be so important for this team over the next 3 days. Starting tonight, Kikuchi, Jordan Lyles, 7:05 first pitch there, right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and are just happy to see me again, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn too much there, but smack the like button if you guys enjoyed this one. And anyways, hit the subscribe button if you guys are not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on this past weekend's games, anything I missed that you guys wanted to bring up. Obviously, you know I wasn't watching the whole game, so you guys can let me know anything else that happened during these 3 games that you want to bring up. Comment down below. Go nuts. Crazy. Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys tonight. Jays Edition. It'll be later than usual, but it will be uploaded tonight. Jays Edition, game 1 of the 3 games set against the O's. Yusei Kikuchi, Jordan Lyles is a pitching matchup there. 7:05 first pitch at Camden Yards. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and this past weekend, well, yesterday's game. We'll talk to you guys then.